When I was a young therapist, I did not take the continuing education thing seriously. Like, I got my license and then I got my, credentials, and I just kind of, went to the classes that were free, the ones that were closest, the most accessible, the cheapest, the less expensive. I didn't really care what the topic was, just get those requirements done and turn it into the board and get that license renewed, and there you have it. So that was back in the day when I was a young therapist, maybe in my early 30s. And it wasn't until I really started getting hungry for growth that my practice really started blossoming. My name is Monica Maurer. I am a licensed therapist and supervisor. I'm also the director of the Center for Transformation Institute. At the CFT Institute, we exist to partner with therapists to help therapists grow personally so that they can also grow professionally. So we do that by implementing some strategies that I talk about in future episodes. But today what we're going to talk about is being a hungry therapist. What does it mean to be hungry? It's not obviously about eating food. Everybody's hungry for food, of course, we're human. But I'm talking about being hungry for growth, hungry for knowledge. There's so many things that can get in the way of us being hungry for the growth and knowledge that is going to help us be successful in our profession. And I think the first thing that really gets in the way is that we don't always actually really like ourselves. If you don't like yourself, you can't be hungry. If you don't like yourself, then you're living in shame. And that is the opposite of creativity and risk-taking. You cannot be creative and take risk if you're living in shame. It's actually a neurobiological fact that shame shuts down your creativity, your engagement with life. And being hungry is about being creative. It's about engaging. It's about getting excited. And so there's so many things that get in the way for us as therapists in terms of us liking ourselves. A lot of us got into this profession because of what we went through as kids. And, we hopefully are doing our own work, doing our own therapy. But there is so much to go through when we have had developmental trauma. There's so much healing to go through to actually get to the place in our lives where we like ourselves, where we love ourselves, where we engage with our unique expression, who we are meant to be on the earth, and really accept it fully for who it is and who we are, so that we can live in this sense of motivation and creativity and ability to take risks and grow. So important to like ourselves. And I think that then leads us to my second point, which is we need to get interested in the thing that we're meant to do. So a hungry therapist gets attached to the things that they really find satisfying. So we know as therapists, we can go to many continuing education classes, we can go to credentialing programs, we can become credentialed in EMDR, trauma therapy, CBT, DBT, addiction work. And when somebody's credentialed, it's like, yeah, that person's got the stamp of approval. They are an expert on this subject. But so often as therapists, we're kind of like, I don't know which direction I want to go. I don't know which specialization I want to have. It's so important to figure that out. But a lot of us are kind of lost in the exploration of that. And I think the reason for that is because at the ages of 4 to 12, we were supposed to have had guidance from our parents or from other people in the community, teachers, coaches, to say, hey, you're really good at this. This is who you are. This is how you are created to be. This is the thing that you're good at. And then that gives us a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment and helps us know, okay, this is how I discover who I want to be on the earth and what really brings me fulfillment. If a person does not have that, what happens is they're left to find satisfaction in false things that don't ever really bring satisfaction, like addictive processes or substances. And it's really distracting from the true identity, the true mission that person has been created on this earth to do and be and to experience and to offer to the others around them. So important for us to really fill in that gap if we have not, and discover, what is it? What does it mean to be me? When I first started, I didn't know. I was like, just go to these classes, kind of learn a plethora, large general idea of what I want to do, or how, to get this education requirement out of the way. And it wasn't until years in, when I really saw some of the therapists around me and figuring that out and finding their niche, and I said, I want to do that too. And I just started trying some things, and those things have really fit, and they really have impacted my effectiveness with my clients, because I have been able to sink my teeth into the information, own it, and love it, and use it in my own life for growth, and then be able to offer that as an experience for my clients as well. And it has been amazing. And so the last thing I think that we really need to do as therapists is to consider the way that we spend our time. Now, of course, we need to rest, and that is such an important thing, the self-care and taking a day a week to really relax and rejuvenate, do the things that you love to do. And then we work, the other 5-6 days a week, we work, we get our things done. But a lot of times we fill our time with fruitless things that are not productive, things that I would say are almost squandering our time, stealing our time stealers, things that don't have any value in the big picture of life, don't have value for helping us, don't have value for helping others. Sometimes those things are harmful, and sometimes they're just pointless. They're ridiculous. They're not helpful. And so that is a challenge to therapists everywhere. Let's think about the way that we're spending our time. Let's think about the things that we're doing with our time, and how, if we are intentional, if we think about what we're doing with our life, how we're spending each day, how we're spending each moment, and really be intentional, it can be so healthy and so such a growth opportunity for us and for our clients. If we don't grow, they don't grow. And so the stakes are high. The stakes are high in terms of how we spend our time. And please, hear what I said before. It's not about not resting, not replenishing. We need to do that. But I think hungry therapists really deduce, what are the things that I'm doing with my time? How effective and helpful are they for me? And how will they impact the people around me? And they go for eliminating the pointless, the things that are not helpful, or they have no status in terms of providing foundation and growth for our lives. So that is a little bit about hungry therapists. We'll be talking more about some ways to dig in future episodes. I look forward to talking again soon.